Hi warriors, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be sharing with you just a little seitan recipe because I realized I include a lot of seitan in the different sort of general recipes that I've put up on this channel, but I only actually have one recipe for the seitan itself. So I thought it was time. Anyway, I've never really done a voiceover before, so this will be my first time. Bear with me. I hope you enjoy the video. So for this recipe we used cannellini beans and lentils, but really any beans will probably do. We obviously washed them to get rid of some of the bubbles and the gas in there, make it more digestible. In terms of spices, we used garlic, smoked paprika, curry spices, chicken seasoning, mustard, nutritional yeast, stock, miso, marmite, soy sauce, and a little bit of liquid smoke, but use this sparingly. In addition to the beans that we used, we also included some tofu, which actually works great for trying to get marmite off a spoon. Try it. Party trick. So in order to make it sort of beef colored, you can always add sort of reddish spices as well as some beetroot juice, which works really well, or tomato puree. Or if you want to make chicken, obviously use tofu and light colored beans, light colored spices. So once all of this is very nicely combined, add the vital wheat gluten seitan flour. Then knead it with your hands, and if you have a nice little device as we do, you might want to knead it with that too. The texture is going to change significantly, and it's going to turn into sort of wet bread. That is when you know it's finished. It's also going to have a few strands and be quite meaty, which is exactly what you want. Once you get that, it's time for it to go into the steamer. The steamer takes about an hour, and we tend to put it in foil. If you don't want to use foil, you can do without, but it does lose some of the flavors. And it's really nice to have a lot of flavors, so really don't skip out on any of those spices that I mentioned before. After it's been steamed, it's time to fry up. Also don't skimp on the oil because it is quite important. It does make a big difference if you want to have really nice and crispy seitan on the outside with a nice soft sort of meaty texture on the inside. Today we decided to include it in a pasta. I thought I'd include this recipe for you as well, just because it's a bit of fun. Usually we just fry it up and have it with literally anything. You can make it into steak-sized cutlets and have it with potatoes, or little chunks. You can rip it up, you can cut it up, and use it as you would meat, really. Today we made a pasta with an artichoke sauce, which was basically a jar of artichokes and its oil. We also added in some milk, in this case oat milk, and some garlic. And then for the vegetables, we got all fancy and we got ourselves some shiitake mushrooms, which we fried up with some of the remaining oil from the artichoke jar. We also had some onion, obviously then had the seitan, and a little bit of spinach that we had lying around as well. Once everything was done, we combined it, we added a bit of mixed herbs, and it was delicious. Because it was fairly filling, it would also be really nice to have this with a little side salad or something fresh on the side, which we did the day after with our leftovers. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you try it out yourself, if you make seitan or if you make the pasta recipe, definitely let me know. I love to see what you get up to, so post it on Instagram, tag me, share it in your stories, send me a message, whatever. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like it if you did, and I will see you again next week.